Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Ha-Rakah Kodash. And I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And also want to acknowledge the Akim pushing this truth with sincerity. Alright, so when came across this article here, it says nuke hurricanes. Scientists explain why nuclear bombs and hurricanes don't mix. And I'm just going to kind of summarize it. This is going to be a quick video. But what it is apparently in some meetings, Donald J. Trump has recommended shooting nuclear missiles at hurricanes to prevent them from hitting the U.S., which is literally a dumbass idea. So anyway, let's read this paragraph in the middle. It says, detonating a nuclear bomb inside a hurricane would do nothing to disrupt the storm, tweeted climate analyst and meteorologist Ryan Mau Sunday. Instead, you have a radioactive hurricane. All right. So the core of this story, it says this reporter Ryan Mau, however you say that name. It says, you see his tweet right here, because, like I said, he had suggested that during meetings, Donald Trump, that was his idea to shoot a nuclear missile, showing you that Esau wants to use his missiles, man. He's looking for a reason to use his missiles, But anyway, if you look at that, it says detonating a nuclear bomb inside a hurricane would do nothing to disrupt the storm. Instead, now you have a radioactive hurricane. So we'll move down the line here, and it's going to say, I'm not going to read that comment, but you have a tweet from Donald Trump. It says, the story by Axios that President Trump wanted to blow up large hurricanes with nuclear weapons prior to reaching shore is ridiculous. I never said this, just more fake news. All right, so Trump is saying that he didn't say that. He didn't recommend shooting a nuclear missile at a hurricane. And now you got this guy who reported it originally, who broke the news, says, I stand by every word in the story. He said this in at least 2 meetings during the first year and a bit of the presidency. And one of the conversations was memorialized. So, meaning documented somehow. All right. So, just like we've brought out in the past, Donald Trump, he's very wishy-washy. You know what I mean? He says things, he blurts things that come out of his fat mouth, and then he goes and denies it. All right. Because why? Because he's the wicked. He's part of the nation of Esau, Edom. Okay. And anyway, that's what they're going back and forth. He's saying he didn't say it. This guy's standing by his words. And this lady right here, if you see, she says, we stand by our reporting. And then she screenshotted the quote or the tweet from Donald Trump. So, this Edomite, he wants to use his nuclear missile, and he wants to use them bad, That's his spirit, and pretty soon Yahweh's going to put that spirit on him to just do just that, and use it. All right, I'm going to read in the scriptures really quick. We're going to start at 1 on Psalms 11 and 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. In Yahweh put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? All right, so what foundations is it talking about? The foundations of planet Earth. All right, and it's showing you the wicked want to bend their bow. They make their arrow ready, upon the string. Like, they're ready to use these missiles, that they may privily shoot at the upright in the heart. So they literally, who's the upright? The upright are the the Israelites, all right, the nation of Israel, so-called black man, so-called Native American, so-called Hispanic man, all right, that is in America, starting out with, the Israelites in America. The reason why they're going to use those nukes is because they're going to have a problem and chaos in their hand during Jacob's trouble, all right. I'm going to keep reading, but these these Edomites, they want to use these missiles, man. Otherwise he wouldn't just be throwing out ideas. Any chance he gets, he wants to use that missile. Yahweh is in the holy temple, this is verse 4. Yahweh's throne is in heaven, and his eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. Yahweh trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. All right, and who loves violence? Donald Trump. Matter of fact, this morning, he was doing a speech on China's and their trade talks. He's saying, and he lied about that. He also lied about that. Wishy-washy, because he said that he made a statement that China, they're eager to make a deal with the United States, and that they called him twice including once this morning. I watched the speech this morning that Donald Trump put up. And, later on in the day, it came out that, hey, that was just a bunch of bullshit. Nobody from China called Trump trying to eagerly, make these trade talks, and remake a resolution, So Trump, he lies about everything. Well, that's in his nature, okay? So, I'll read 6 just because it's dealing with the nukes. 11 and 6, Psalms. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. So, that's going to be the portion of Esau's cup, who is the wicked. We can bring that out in Malachi 1 and 4. But I'm not going to do that because, like I said, I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to go to, let's see. Yeah, we'll go to Isaiah. Let me see. Isaiah 54:16. Let's find Isaiah 54:16 real quick. Isaiah 54:16. And Isaiah 54:16, it says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. All right. So what is that instrument that it's speaking of? It's a nuclear missile. All right. And what does the smith do? It's dealing with blacksmith. Blacksmith in the ancient times made the weapons. Okay. Now it's telling you the modern day blacksmith, is a scientist. And what is the work that his work brings forth? It's an instrument that will destroy, which is a nuclear missile. And I have created the waster to destroy. And moving on to 17, Isaiah 54:17, which so many people stumble on this one, because they think that no weapon's gonna prosper against them. But it's actually only dealing with the elect and the people who repent, and the people who actually, the 1/3 of Israel, who salvation belongs to. Isaiah 54:17. And again, I'm going to repeat it. Salvation is only for the elect, who is 144,000 men of Israel, and then 1/3 of Israel. All right. The rest, the heathen nations, they're going to get destroyed in this nuclear war, or in the Middle East fighting. So Isaiah 54:17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment. Let me see. I lost my place because that thing popped up. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh. Alright, so if you're going to a Christian church, you ain't no damn servant of Yahweh. Alright? If you're going to a Mormon church, count yourself out of that. Alright? If you're still clinging to Catholicism, which I don't know, well, because Israel is in darkness, that's why. But, if you just had a, fraction of a brain and did some research, you would know all of these religions that Esau set up are, increasing hell, meaning the grave. Because you're going to die in all those doctrines. Alright? So, alright, so last verse I want to bring out real quick is going to be Psalms 58 and 3, dealing with Mr. Trump, okay? Because first he said, he made that suggestion about shooting a nuclear missile at a hurricane, and then, he said he never said that, but there were multiple people, claiming that he did say that, and they're standing by their original report. All right, and then this morning, he literally got on his speech and on CNN today, and he was speaking about that he said China's eager to make a trade deal, and he's over here saying that they called him this morning, and later on in the day they learned that nobody from China called him. So what is he doing? He's lying, right? He's just lying, buying himself time, making himself look like he's getting so much done. But, the reason why he's doing that is because it's in his nature, all right? So we're going to read Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Alright, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. Alright, let me keep reading. Which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Alright, because they lie, man. That's their nature. Why do you think they always talk about politicians in America? They always, what's their characteristics? They lie, right? They don't fulfill their promises, all right? So, let me read 7 real quick, see what this is. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let him be as cut in pieces. All right, and because we read that in Isaiah, 54:16, how no weapon formed against the elect shall prosper, or the 1/3 of Israel, is going to be saved. 2/3 is going to get destroyed, right along with Esau, because they stay wicked like Esau. They don't want to repent. All right, but verse 7 is literally a precept to what we brought out earlier. Let them melt away as the waters which run continually. And how are they going to melt away? It's going to be through those nukes. All right, when he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows. What are his arrows? Those are the nukes. All right, let them be as cut in pieces. So they're literally going to melt with fervent heat, the scriptures say. So I want to really quick, just to solidify this lesson. I'm gonna, because I brought it out, I'm gonna bring it out so that we can prove who the wicked is. All right, Malachi 1 and 4, I believe. Yeah. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. All right, so who is that speaking of? Right at the top of the verse, Esau, Edom. All right, and even more proof, because ever since I came across this, there's no denying this, right? Let's go to Wikipedia. we're going to go, we're going to look up Wikipedia real quick, or pull up Wikipedia and use it as a tool to look up Edom. Alright, so I'm going to, there's the map. Edom's the yellow country on the bottom. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go to the tab that says religion. We're going to go to right here, the top of your screen. I'm going to start where it says the descendants of Esau would eventually become the Romans and to a larger extent all Europeans. Alright, it's the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Alright, no denying it. We can prove it in the scriptures. And, as I came across last week, it's even in Wikipedia. You go to Edom, and then you just click on the religion tab, and they literally declare who the Edomites are. All right, Esau's people, his descendants. So the Romans, and to a larger extent all Europeans. All right. So we just brought out who's the wicked, and it said Yahweh has indignation forever. All right, meaning today. Today is part of forever. All right. So Yahweh never will love Esau. It is what it is, man. It's scriptural. And since we still got this on, I'm going to try and find this other verse in Maccabees. And this is all the Spirit working with me. I didn't plan anything. I just have my daughter driving the car for me so I could do this lesson. And let me see. Maccabees 1. And we're going to start at 1. It's going to be, it actually might be in 2. Oh, here it is. It's 1. This is Donald Trump to a T, right? First Maccabees 1 and 30. And spake peaceable words unto them. And this was Esau dealing with Israel, when he came upon them in 70 AD, to destroy the temple. It says, and spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city, and smote it very sore, and destroyed much people of Israel. Alright, so that's what Donald Trump's gonna do, man. Making America great again. Just let you know, Israelite, you're not part of the plans, man, of the future of this country. And as we go forward, Esau, the devil, is gonna show you his horns. And right now he's just messing with Northern Kingdom at the border. Pretty soon there's going to be great, tribulation in America, Babylon. All right. And it's going to start out, the Bible says it start out with the house of God, meaning the house of Israel, the judgment. All right. So you're going to get fucked up. And if you don't, start paying attention to this truth, you don't start repenting, then you ain't gonna have the wisdom, and you're gonna go walk right into death, taking that microchip. All right. So, and right now Donald Trump is speaking peaceable words to you, and it's all deceit, just like verse 30 says. All right. And when you start to give him credit, he's gonna fall suddenly upon you, and you're gonna be part of that judgment, starting out with the house of Israel. All right. But with that, I just wanted to bring out who the wicked was, reiterate how they always speak lies, just like Donald Trump, back and forth, wishy-washy. And, with that, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Ha-Rakah, Kadash, Barakatah. And I want to give double honor to the elder apostles, the great millstone, who taught us this truth. And also want to acknowledge the brothers out there pushing this truth in sincerity. All right? Shalom to the elect.